What is up, YouTube? This is InStiiNcT bringing you guys a video on how to consistently win your free-for-all games, or for those of you who are just starting out, how to consistently get better at the free-for-all game type. In this video, I'm going to be showing you what I thought were the 4 most important categories on how to consistently get better or consistently win your free-for-all games. We're going to look at each one of these 4 categories and how to specifically get better in each one of these categories and how to maximize your potential as a Call of Duty player. So let's get right into it with our first category, where we talk about class setups. Choosing the right class and the right class setup is going to be your easiest way on how to get better at any game type. So let's take a look at a few classes that I made for you guys. Each class is going to represent a different play style, and this is going to be how you're going to get the most out of your free-for-all gameplay. So guys, these are the 4 classes that I made for you guys, and each one of them represents a different type of playstyle. So as you can see, we have Assault, Gunner, Stealth, and Kill Streaks, and each one of them is going to be directed towards a different type of player. So for example, when I play free-for-all, I am a more like run and gun type of player, so I like to move around, so I'm probably either going to use the Gunner or the Kill Streaks class, whereas somebody who likes to sit back might use the Assault, or somebody that doesn't like to be seen on radar might use Stealth. So let's talk about the Assault class first. The Assault class is made for somebody who likes to sit back, doesn't like to move around a lot, and likes to pick people off from afar with an assault rifle. So as you can see, we have the Remington, great assault rifle, red dot grip, lethal is frag grenade and concussion. For my perks, I chose Marathon, Quick Draw, Dead Silence, and Focus. Quick Draw and Dead Silence are going to be your 2 key perks, because those are going to make sure that you maximize your potential. Quick Draw so you can get your gun up faster, and Dead Silence so you don't get heard from people with Turtle Beaches like myself. So that's going to be for somebody who likes to sit back, like I said. Gunner is going to be for somebody more like me who likes to run and gun. I think it's the best way to play free-for-all, but again, if you don't have the best gun skill, then your options may be a little bit more limited for somebody like myself, who I consider myself to have some pretty good gun skill. So for the Gunner class, I chose the MTAR, great submachine gun, muzzle brake and grip, 2 great attachments for this weapon. You can choose to use the red dot sight if you want, but I think the iron sights in this gun are great. No lethal, no secondary on any of my classes, because I don't believe the secondaries are useful at all. Concussion, for my perks, ready up is going to be something when you're sprinting around you need to be able to get your gun up. Agility and Marathon so that you can move around, and again Quick Draw and Dead Silence. For strike packages, you can either use Assault or Specialist, as you can see here. Those are the 2 that I like to use, more so Specialist when I'm trying to get high kill streaks, but again, you can choose what you want to do in that category. The next one is Stealth. Stealth is for the type of player that doesn't like to be seen on the radar and sort of likes to move around the map, but slowly, and doesn't like to sprint around a lot. So I chose the Vector. This is probably a class that I would never use, but for the right person, it might be the right class for you to use. So the Vector with the red dot and the silencer is going to be key if you don't want to be seen on the radar. No secondary, no lethal, no tactical. Marathon, so you can get around when you choose to. Quick Draw, Dead Silence, again the 2 big perks that I always use. Blind Eye, so you're not seen on the radar by air support, Oracle systems, or trophy systems. Or no, sentries, sorry, not trophies. And Focus, so that when you get shot, your gun doesn't flinch. Again, strike packages, Assault. Our last one is one that I like to use a lot when I'm trying to get high kill streaks, which is the Kill Streaks class that I named. Again, it's the MTAR with the grip and the muzzle brake. No lethal, no tactical, no secondary. Perks, Marathon, Quick Draw, Dead Silence, again the perks that I like to use a lot. Focus, so that my gun doesn't flinch. And the one that makes this class sort of specific is the fully loaded, so that I can start with the most ammo that I possibly can, and that I don't have to go around looking for other guns. And I use the Specialist, and as you can see, if I get 8 kills, I get Scavenger. So hopefully I don't run out of ammo before 8 kills, and then I will be set to get the high kill streaks and get my chem strikes. So I hope you guys like these class setups. We're going to move on to our second category. So our second category on how to consistently win your free-for-all matches is having a deep knowledge of the maps and the spawns. This is probably the most important aspect of how to consistently win your free-for-all games, and having a complex understanding of where your opponent spawns and where you are on the map is going to set you apart from the other players in the game. As you're watching me play right now, I want you guys to try and look and see on how well I know the spawns and how I'm placing myself and anticipating where my opponent is going to spawn. I have played so many matches in free-for-all that I sort of have just that understanding of where my opponent spawns and where to place myself so that they'll just walk into my line of sight. So what I did for you guys was I went into private match and I found almost all of the spawns for each one of the free-for-all maps. Keep in mind that there might be 1 or 2 spawns that I missed or didn't find, but for the most part, all of the spawns that I find are going to be used 95% of the time. If you guys look in the description, you'll find all the maps in like a picture, a layout of the map, and where everybody spawns. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump over to the map Strike Zone so that I can show you what I did for you guys. And we're only going to do Strike Zone, but don't forget I think there's 10, the other 10 maps for free-for-all. Alright guys, so what we're going to show you right here is the map layout that I made for every single one of the free-for-all maps and where people spawn. So as you can see right here, I have Flooded, Freight, Octane, Overlord, Prison Break, Sovereign, Strike Zone, Tremor, and Warhawk. Those are all the maps that are played in free-for-all. There are 9 of them, but right now we're just going to focus on Strike Zone because that is the map that you are seeing me play on. I think this is what I want to open it with. Yeah, okay. So we'll zoom in a little bit so you guys can see it a little better. So this is the map Strike Zone. Now, all the red dots are spawns that you start in. So when the game first starts, these are all the spawns. They're in red. So we have 1 person spawn in the back of the bar here, 1 to the right, 1 in kitchen, 1 at the bottom of the staircase over here. So you guys can figure that out. All right? The spawns in black are the ones that happen during the game. So say we have a flood of people over in this area of the map, the most likely spawn is going to be over here or in here. Alright, so what you guys need to realize is there are hot spots on the map in terms of a spawn location. So in this bar here is definitely a hot spot in regards to where people spawn, because if you're back here, if you're in this bar, most likely you are going to block this red spawn. But you have to keep in mind that somebody can spawn here, somebody can spawn here, and somebody can spawn here. So when you guys are watching me play, this is the spot that I choose to sit in because it's a hot spot. Because people will spawn here, here, and here, and I could literally just sit behind this bar right here, check this door. Once I kill him, I'll run around, kill the guy that runs through here, and the guy in kitchen will be trying to come for me. This allows me to get in as many gunfights as I possibly can. Another hot spot is going to be on the staircase over here. If you are down low on this staircase, you're most likely going to block these 2 spawns or maybe even this one and this one. But if you're up here in this general area, like behind this crate thing, for instance, people are going to naturally spawn down here. And they're either going to run this way or they're going to come up this staircase. And if you are here, you can kill them as they come up the staircase. Okay. Another hotspot is going to be the pro shop, because people spawn here, here, and here. If you're sitting right here watching the people that come in through this, I guess, bottom B area, if you turn around, you'll kill the person that's on this white truck, and you can keep going back and forth. So that's what I mean by hotspots. Now, again, if you look in the description, you are going to see every map. I will show you a quick example of a different map like Warhawk. Open with Windows Photo Viewer. So we're not going to go into too much detail on Warhawk, but again, all the red dots are going to be the locations that spawn in the beginning, and all the black dots are going to be the locations that people spawn during the game. So we are going to move on to our third category now. So guys, our third category is something that you can use not only in your free-for-all gameplay, but your gameplay in any other game type in the game of Call of Duty, and anything really you do in life. And I named this third category Know Yourself and Know Your Opponent. And what I mean by that is, when I say know yourself, I mean know what you're good at and know what you're not good at, and try to focus on the things you are good at so that you can be successful. Now, I'm going to use an analogy for soccer, but you could use it in any other sport that you play, or if you don't play a sport, whatever you like to do. Okay, now in the sport of soccer, if you get the ball and you have space and time, you get to choose whether you put it on your left foot, which is your non-dominant foot, or your right foot, which you can kick a lot better with. So I think everybody is going to choose to put it on the foot that they are better with so that they can be more successful. Now the same goes with Call of Duty or whatever you do. Okay, if you're in Call of Duty and you spawn, you have a choice of where you can go and what you do and things like that. And you want to try to put yourself in a situation that you're going to be successful in. So for somebody like me who likes to run and gun and likes to get in a lot of gunfights, I'm going to go into those hot spots, right? So I'm going to get into all the action and try to get as many kills as I can. But if you're not good with a lot of gunfights and you're not good at, moving around quickly, stay outside the hot spots so that you can get the kills as people run in. Because people are going to find those points in the map where everybody's going, all right? So if you don't think that you're good on those one-on-one gunfights, sit outside the hot spots so that you can maximize your potential. Okay, and our fourth category is going to be practice. Now, practice is going to be just your main ability to just get better at anything you do. So in this game, you could practice by just going into free-for-alls and playing, or something that I really suggest that you do is going to private match and playing bots with the radar on. This way that you can see where people spawn and what they do, and how the people generally move. Now, bots aren't really going to show you how humans are going to move, but they are going to show you the spawn. Now, say you're up top in a building and somebody keeps spawning right down below you. When you get into the free-for-all in like a public match, or even if you get into tournaments like I've done, you know that people are going to spawn there, because that's just going to be what the game does. Okay, so for example, if you're on strike zone and you're in the bar, somebody is just automatically going to spawn on the right side of the bar outside that door. Now, regardless of whether that's in free-for-all or whether that's in private match or public match, it's all going to be the same. Somebody's going to spawn there. All right, so that's something that I suggest that you do. So, guys, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Again, our 4 categories are your class setups. That's going to be something that's important. Knowing the spawns and knowing the map and where you should position yourself. Knowing yourself and knowing your opponent, and knowing how much you should practice and how to practice is going to be the 4 things that are going to make you successful in really anything you do, and specifically in this, how to get better at free-for-all and how to consistently win your free-for-all matches. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Thanks, guys.